Welcome to, for most of you, another replay. But maybe for some of you, it'll be alive. Um, that's a little crooked. It is. That's a little better. It's a little too. Try this. All right, that'll have to do. That will have to do. What is a claw court? Um, this is very interesting. You see, I have been, well, I've been a pioneer. I still want to adjust this. What am I going to do? Maybe I can. That's a little bit better, but not enough. Let's try this. Okay, I like that better. All right, so I've been a pioneer in many different situations, and I have been pioneering with law. Law. Um, and it has brought me, uh, it's been quite a journey. It has been quite a journey to get from where I started to where I am. And so where I am today, with all of this is what is needed for the people are claw courts. So you might be wondering, Ethan, what the hell are you talking about? What is a claw court? Well, it could be also called a walk court. Um, it depends on how it would the phrasing, the grammar, the what would be the correct sentence structure, grammar, communication, performance. That's the question here. Two people here. Hello. Feel free to put something in the live chat. It may work. I've heard people say they've put stuff in the live chat and it's not getting to me. So at any rate, don't be afraid to try. So yeah, correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar, performance. Would have something to do with it. And so, you see, as far as I know, I'm the only one talking about the word law, and with regards to it being Babylonian fuckery. That was my critical thinking takes me to that had to have been an acronym at one point in time. And it would have been Court of Law, meaning land, air, and water. And they fucked with that. They rewrote history. They changed everything. They've lied to us about everything. And so we need courts of law, courts of land, air, and water. Well, that's what we needed in the past. And certainly that would be a huge leap forward from slavery courts, crown courts, British courts, administrative courts, statutes, acts, codes, rules, regulations, and ordinances, corporate law, right? Corporate law, policy, it would be a huge step forward. But in today, in the now time, now space position, that is a outdated um, um, form of justice. It's an outdated process for justice. And so where my head is at today is what the people need to do is to stand up in their sovereign authority and come together and facilitate claw court or walk court. So the to get to an acronym, I don't know how to think about this in the quantum grammar. Not totally. I don't totally know how to think about this in the quantum grammar. So I'm thinking the correct sentence structure for, let's say, signage. Signage that you would, the shingle, so to speak, right? Going old school, the shingle. Gonna hang up a shingle and get your signage up for your business. So the people in their sovereign capacity get together and establish a new government. And in that new government, a new justice system, appropriate for the environment that we're in. Because a court of land, air, and water is not sufficient today. And some of you may have seen the roof of my pickup truck. It's a I did my best quantum grammar to give to create the signage for a military court of land, air, water, and cyberspace. And so it's been a couple of months, and I've been processing all kinds of things all the time. And in recent days, it has been what I'm explaining here has been on my mind. What is it? What is the right court? What is the what would be the correct court for the people in a now time now space scenario with the old system going down and the new system coming up? We're in a transition. We're in a transition, and we're in martial law to the best that I can discern, and have been for some time. And for the Michigan territory, as the executive emergency manager in a war theater, I declared martial law. I authorized Michigan Military Command to capture all the yellow fringe flags or gold fringe flags. And I did this from the High Court. I did this from the High Court. And then this year, I, 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 I greatly expanded the helicopter landing zone. And as I was finishing that, the military was here with a Vic. Um, that was really quite an honor, and it was a high tech Vic, and and I captured that. It's on video. Um, it's quite amazing. And and then I decided that, you know, the we have to stand up and own our authority, and um, you know, all the fraud eviscerates everything. So as far as your corporate government, your corporate states, your state of, rather than um, um, nation state, the state of a fiction, a corporate fiction, um, that, all that fraud eviscerates everything. There's no standing, no jurisdiction, no authority. All they have is thuggery, and so I'm seeing this old system being torn down. I'm seeing it eat itself, and it certainly appears as though military in the rogue military with the rogue government, um, combining the courts with military supremacy. And the actor Trump telling us that his military mission, he doesn't say it that way, but his military mission is to take the power out of DC and give it to the people. But the people aren't ready for it. The people really in this field, they can't even put their shoes on by themselves, let alone tie their shoes. So we got a long way to go. We really got a long way to go. And but I think the transition is going to be um, I think you can look at it something like along the lines of back in the day, nobody had a landline in their house. When I was a boy, the phone, grandma had a phone, and it was a party line. And you think you're going to make a phone call, you go to pick up the phone. Well, you got two or three neighbors on the party line, and one of them is in a phone call. And the damn thing is, you could pick up and listen to them talk, and if you picked it up quiet enough, they might not even know you're there. But people didn't have phones. They didn't have TVs. Back in the 50s, not every home had a TV. And there were only 3 channels. That's it. So look at how it changed. Now, that's taken a long time to change from then to today. But it's an example. Think about the time period of everybody's got in America, pretty much everybody's got a landline. You got a big phone book. It doxes everybody. It gives the name, right, the primary of the household, gives the address, gives the phone number. So that's how we would find people back in the day. And nobody had a cell phone. Nobody. Um, I think my first cell phone went in the car, and then a bag phone, like carrying around a huge laptop computer, heavy laptop computer. Um, and then look at it today. Not does it. Everybody's got far more than a cell phone. They got a computer, right? And think about the transition with to email. I mean, look, that's made a huge reduction in postal mail. There are tons of communication happens, and that scared people. Like, I don't know how to do email. But you see, things changed. But they don't change like that. And so, as much as we want an end to the corruption, as much as we want justice, as much as we want clean air, clean water, clean food, real medicine, all these freedom, prosperity, um, all the good things that these parasites have denied us because they have enslaved us with this prison system. So a an acronym, acronyms generally don't include of or the, but it's kind of understood or comprehended or implied or something along those lines. That the word of and the can be eliminated in an acronym. So if we think of law, land, air, and water, what about cyberspace? So now we got a C. Cyber, and maybe we got an S. Maybe we got an S in a correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar, performance. I don't know. So this is where I start getting stuck. And so at any rate, a court of land, air, water, and cyberspace could be CLAWC, right? CLAWC, Court of the Land, Air, Water, Cyberspace. If we got to put an S in there, I don't know. But I'm playing around with this. It's been ever since I came to the position that the word law is Babylonian fuckery and it's part of the slave system. There's two people here. I got a comment. Big Stank says howdy. Howdy, Big Stank. I hope you're doing well. Much love, bro. Glad you're here. Any thoughts on what I'm putting down, what I'm bringing forward here? I gave the American people a land location for a court of law over 2 years ago. And I invited all of America to be here when I called the sheriff, Kalkaska County Sheriff, Under Sheriff, Village Chief of Police, Postmaster, Court Clerk, Prosecutor, and was there another one? I think I might be, the judge. Called them all into court. I invited all of America to be here. I think that's a pioneer. And the military was here. Military was here multiple times. And has been communicating with me virtually on a daily basis in a very, I don't know what Babylonian word to use. Covert. Um, 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 and coded. Yeah, covert and coded. And so it's covert. I had to figure it out. And the coding, I've had to figure that out. And so I communicate back in different ways, but I certainly communicate this way. I communicate this way. And I'm very confident that my every word is captured and is there for whatever, for whatever. So let's see. Got the chat. Big Stank says most people don't give a crap. They'd rather watch sports. It pisses me off. Right. So, boy, are they in for a rude awakening, and it's coming. At least from my perspective, from my view, going to be a huge financial disaster. There's liable to be false flags for amplification to wake the normies up, to get them to take that first step from the darkness to the light. So, yeah, I think this is very interesting. We could have a claw court, clock, walk. But if we got to put an S in there, I don't know. But the acronym is not truly the big issue here, is it? No, the big issue is comprehending that every court that we know here in America, other than the court that I have, the land location and the court that I have provided for the American people, to the best of my knowledge, is the only court of authority and jurisdiction and standing in America. And the military has been rogue since 1871. The old constitutions, the state constitutions back in the day of the Republic and the common law, was very clearly written, very simple language, easy to comprehend. The military shall be strictly subordinate to the civil authority, or the military shall be in strict subordination to the civil authority. Those were the two ways it was written. And since whatever point in history, certainly since 1871, it would appear that there has been no civil authority that I'm aware of for the military to be responsive to. And the military went rogue. They put a yellow fringe on the flag, and they put it on a standard, and they started parading it, telling the American people, we are warring on you, with you, and we are warring on the world with you. So it became the British. The United States military became British run. The justice system became British run. The education system became British run. And it's got to go. And the people got to wake the fuck up. So that's what I got to say for myself. We got 3 people here now. Unless anybody has a question you're going to put in the live chat, I'm probably going to bug out of here. I was invited to join in with Christopher on YouTube last night. So Christopher was supposed to be able to read the live chat and help me engage because I couldn't see the live chat with StreamYard, and a few other people came into the room. At one point, I think there was 4 of us there. The next thing I know, guys are popping out, and then Christopher's gone, and it's only me, and nobody said a word. No, nobody said a word. I talked for somewhere around 2.5 hours, and then I had to figure out how to get out of the room, but I couldn't shut the stream down. And after I left, the stream was still live and blank. So I had a short conversation with Christopher, let him know he needed to end the stream, and that, and then he told me that he got somehow he got kicked out of his own live stream and couldn't figure out how to get back in. And in the live chat it's got a live chat replay. I went and looked at it today. The live chat replay is there. And it kind of looks like when Christopher was ejected from his own live stream, that the live chat wasn't working. So at any rate, kind of an interesting thing. I'm looking forward to talking with Christopher, and maybe we'll do some more together over on his channel. He's got 3,000 subs. That video, when I looked at it this morning, was pushing 200 views. So that's far better than I get over here. Way far better. The flag, the government is at war with the citizens. People tell me I'm mentally unstable. Is your phone number on your website? Yes, it is. It is. It's on, if I remember right, it's on the top of the homepage. It's on the top of the homepage. Well, my number's public, 231-624-3037. I do not answer calls that I don't recognize. So if you want to call me, you want to talk, text message me first and tell me who you are. Now, if I get a message from Big Stank, that's all you got to say is, hey, Ethan, it's Big Stank. Okay, I know you from this, and I will put you into my contacts, and you call me, I'll recognize the number and I'll answer. But somebody that I haven't developed an online relationship, that I have no idea who you are, and you want to talk with me, send a text message. Tell me who you are and what you want to talk about, and we can go from there. All right. So with that, big stink. You are not. You're not mentally unstable for thinking what you're thinking. These normies are gonna have some meltdowns coming, and for us who are, let's say, cutting edge and on the cutting edge of truth and in information, bringing it out from the darkness and into the light. I'm thinking we're all in for some pretty wild experiences with reality shock. Reality shock. The truth, I think, is going to be could be mind bending even for those who are the most furthest along in ascension, in comprehension of the facts. So, all right, everybody. We got a little more here, a little bit more here in the live chat. Big Stank says, okay, right on, thumbs up, good deal, Big Stank. Love you, bro. Thanks for checking in. We got a beautiful sunny day here today. I've been working on getting ready for winter. My drive is from the road to my trailer here is about a quarter mile, and I have been clearing some fallen trees, taking out some trees to give myself more push-off areas, widening the drive so I have more room to deal with the snow because sometimes it's running out of places to put the snow and working the truck way too hard. And so at any rate, I worked on that fair amount last year. I made it much better for last year, and I have done a fair amount of work this year, made it even that much better. And I got one more area that I'm going to take care of today, and then maybe I'll be done with that, or maybe I'll get out and do some more. All depends on how I feel and what the weather's like. This looks like this is going to be maybe the last day in the 50s with sunshine. I think this is the last day we're going to see in the 50s with sunshine. And we're going to be 40s and 30s, and then December 30s and 20s for highs. Fahrenheit. All right. Oh, in here? Yeah, nothing there. All right, everybody. Much love. I'll be back. Own your authority. Own your authority.